said, word is the Alphabet Boys are coming. So, folks, it's a bad day for J Prince Jr., J Prince Sr., the whole Prince family, the whole Mob Ties Collective are in a whole lot of trouble, okay? The biggest, baddest gangsters in Houston have gotten themselves in a mess that I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of, to be honest.
All right, y'all. If y'all new to the channel, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Go grab what you need so we can tune into the video.
With you, it's no disrespect, but this situation is very serious, and there's a whole bunch of fallout, not just from the shooting of Ben 10 by All-Star JR, rapper from Detroit, who apparently got into it with J Prince Jr. over a baby mama drama.
That was so stupid.
Also, the very tragic murder of Takeoff from the Migos, where, you know, they're saying J Prince Jr. was at the scene. There's a whole bunch of stuff going around that basically the Prince family have been involved in a lot of stuff, and their time might finally be coming to the end of the road, because it's being...
What did you say? Your time has come.
reported, and we got to take this with a little a fistful of salt, but it's been reported that according to WAC 100, the Alphabet Boys, the feds, the FBI, the ATF, who knows, they're coming for the Prince family, okay? He posted, WAC posted, this has been reposted on Truth Teller TV. It says, "Welp, my Houston back door just tapped in." Pause. Seems to me like old J Prince, respect, done scolded old Junior, J Prince Jr. And as for old Lil Bulldog, don't let him punk you like that. Stand a man, the old man, as you can call, stand a man. I said stand up as a man. It don't really make sense. It says, don't let him punk you like that. Stand like a man. The old man, as you call him, don't run nothing outside of the nickel. Sincerely, the exposers. And he said, word is the Alphabet Boys are coming. So he's saying that the FBI are actually going to be on the Mob Ties empire. J Prince Jr. might be in a lot of trouble. He's been associated with a lot of very messed up situations over the years. And according to WAC 100, their time might be running out. Now, look, I don't know for sure. I've not seen any other proof of this, but sometimes WAC be putting stuff out there. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes it don't quite add up. But he is saying that his Houston backdoor is telling him that the feds, the Alphabet Boys, are coming for the Prince family. Now, WAC would elaborate a little bit on his thoughts on what happened over there in Houston with Ben 10 on the No Jumper show. So let's hear what he said there. And then I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory, some other reaction that's going on, and some rumors that some very messed up stuff actually went down in the aftermath of Takeoff's murder. So let's hear what WAC said on No Jumper.
So allegedly, there's a rapper also
believe the NBA team really f with J Prince and them like that. So they're insinuating Junior sit Ben 10 on a mission. I don't believe Ben 10 will allow himself to be. I don't think NBA young boy is going for any of his team being sit on a mission by anybody tied to that team.
But I mean,
I ain't gonna lie. Young boy did respond. He responded. He said, look, I'm just a rapper. I just rap. Don't put me into that. He's like, I could, you know what I'm saying? I could spin the block, you know what I'm saying? But fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Then fuck them. I ain't got nothing to do with it. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
I feel like young boy doesn't have complete control over his homies. He might have some control, but
ain't no control. It's about what they doing and what they ain't doing.
So WAC's basically saying it don't make sense. Young boy in the NBA camp, they done had beef with Mob Ties and J Prince over the years. It don't make sense. Why is Ben 10 frontlining for this situation? There must be more to the story than we know.
Now they say Junior in the building. Okay, he in the building. Junior got the bitch. It's his baby mama. Okay, he got his baby mama, right? But the fact that they saying Junior sent dude over there to rob him, unless dude that's in the hospital says that, They need to stop that.
So you're saying J Prince Jr.'s baby mama was right up in that clip as well?
No, oh boy.
Who?
The Detroit rapper.
Oh,
J Prince, fucking the bitch.
Oh, so that's what they think that the beef is.
And I guess allegedly they saying he put his hands on his kid, which I don't believe Junior would do no shit like that.
That sounds crazy.
Oh.
He tender about a brawl. That's why he got his ass whooped by Bro. You know, Bro, the R&B singer homie, whooped his ass real bad.
J Prince's ass. What R&B singer was this? I forget.
Was it Trey Songz or
you don't know?
One of them?
Come on, bro. That's crazy.
J Prince Jr. fight.
So look, all right, Wack's saying that he also doesn't believe that Jay Prince Jr. put hands on All-Star JR's kid, and this was something that Jay Prince corroborated in this message, all right? We've read this before, I'll read it again. It says, the internet is so capped. First off, I went to the restaurant by myself to meet OG3 for his birthday dinner. I didn't have not one of my guys with me, and everyone who was at the restaurant was there organically to celebrate the homie's birthday. I didn't know Buddy was there, and I'd just come from physical therapy and my aunt's birthday dinner, which is why I was dressed like that. Secondly, I would never harm a child. The little boy loves me to death, so you can chill out with that BS too. I understand your bloggers want clicks, but at least attempt to tell the truth. You'll make up anything. I was raised to handle business in private, but this new generation only understands what posted, not what's real. That's when the story gets one-sided and silence starts looking like guilt. So you got to speak, not for them, but to set the record straight. And he said he'll be sitting down to do an interview with somebody about this situation very soon. So Wack would go on to give a few more thoughts on this pod, and I'm going to show you some more stuff from outside.
My thing is, just because Jay Prince Jr. was there, doesn't mean he had involvement.
No, definitely. I mean, that's an easy narrative to spin if he's just there. You know, they're always going to take the most famous person in the room and loop them in
now, on the flip side, he does have sealed files. 6ix9ine did tell me he's a rat, and he been known for, taking things from certain individuals who didn't want to give it up.
With Jay Prince Jr., I don't know anything about that, but
he got sealed files, bro. It's a fact.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Well.
Plot twist.
I know him. I didn't see the scary side of him. Scared as a mother.
Like
petrified.
Him being scared.
Wag, bro, don't let him get me and tripping and out in blue. Swear to God, bro. I'm like, nigga, that's why when he be doing all this, this slow talk shit, that is not you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's crazy, but like, hey, the scariest motherfuckers, they'll get you. They'll get you out of fear. Like, so
he said some pretty explosive claims, right? He's initially saying, well, just because Jay Prince is there doesn't mean that he was involved, but then he's also saying that he got a serious reputation. They're saying he got a reputation of taking things from people who don't want to give it up. Now, I heard some stuff about that. Might not be quite what you think, but there's some pretty negative rumors that have been attached to him over the years. Now, a lot of people have been popping out to basically give their thoughts on Jay Prince Jr. and basically say they're not fucking with him. Another guy who was tapped in with a mob ties at one point, my guy Finesse 2 times, who ironically he's popping off on YouTube right now. Shout out to Finesse.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I don't think y'all ready for what he got to say. I don't even know what he said. Finesse 2 times says Jay Prince Jr. manipulated him in his deal and he never knew how much he signed over.
2 times, man. He having motion on his channel.
Yeah, I know.
He's been popping out, basically giving the goods up on how he feels about the Prince family and how he was dealt with. He claimed in a viral clip that's been going around that Jay Prince Jr. actually manipulated him in his deal, and he never knew how much he even signed over to him. So Jay Prince Jr. got a lot of enemies out here over the years.
He manipulated me into believing that we was doing a partnership deal. The contract says that it's a partnership deal. But then the body of the contract, I'm basically an artist. So you dressed it up to where I can see it as a partnership, like you my man, you my partner, you my guy. Just like when I found out about the royalties, about you being able to quarterback my play. I ain't never said you can quarterback my motherfucking play. I ain't know that, nigga.
I ain't know that, nigga.
You finna quarterback my motherfucking play, and I'm finna go get $5,000. I'd change that. I'd never.
I'd change that.
But same with you, I knew then you were full of shit. The fuck you talking about quarterback my play? We partners. We both gonna quarterback this shit. You can quarterback, I'm gonna run it back, or I can quarterback, and you can run it back, nigga. You wide receiver, catch this bitch, or whatever, nigga. But I ain't just know you. They got the contract drew up where I can't go in there and say nothing. But it's a partnership deal. Fuck out of there, man. Straight through this shit.
Damn.
So there's a lot of reasons that people don't like Jay Prince Jr. One of the other things that's obviously
I'm finding out he grimier by the day.
massive is the murder of Migos rapper Takeoff. This happened at a Houston bowling alley. Jay Prince Jr. was in attendance, and a lot of people didn't like the way that he handled things. Now, basically, it says Takeoff was shot to death after a private party hosted by Jay Prince Jr., the son of the Rap-A-Lot co-founder Jay Prince, at a bowling alley in downtown Houston in the early hours of November the 1st, 2022. Investigators said the shooting erupted after a dice game where Takeoff's uncle, Quavo, got into an argument with those playing the game. So, what's really crazy about this is this was never solved. That's because allegedly the person that did it was murdered a few days after. Now, what I'm about to tell you, these are all reasons why the feds might be looking into Jay Prince Jr. and his father, okay? Because a lot of people were very upset about what happened with Takeoff. Jay Prince Jr. was in attendance. He was actually seen hanging out on good terms with the likes of Takeoff and Quavo back in the day, back when things were good. Things were all good. Just a week ago, or however long ago this was, they were locked in, hanging out, having a good time.
Slide through the town, man. Slide through the town. How we get down? Got the birthday boy with me. Yeah. Through the town. Slide through the town. How we get down? Got the birthday boy with me. Yeah, also. Yeah, we on the 5th. Yeah, the 5th ward. Like that motherfucker. Now I got one for you now.
So look, they was all good in Houston. They was all hanging out, having fun, going to Jay Prince Jr.'s birthday party. But this viral video after Takeoff was killed, you know, it depicted apparently Jay Prince Jr. walking past the body. And this is titled "Jay Prince Jr. nonchalantly walks away from the scene while Quavo tries to pick Takeoff off of the floor." So that was reportedly the mob ties walking through and just walking away, and a lot of people felt it was disrespectful. Now, Jay Prince Sr. would even respond to everything that happened with the Takeoff death, and ironically, he would point the finger at some other people in a few viral clips.
I wanted to ask you about with, I believe it was Junior, they said he walked by. What is that all about?
You know, one of the biggest lies that was told, he walked by, you know, Takeoff body as if he was heartless and didn't care. In reality, you know, Junior, my cousin Michael Press, that's here with,
shout out Mike,
you know what I mean? They was there with Takeoff from the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? You know, even when they walked by, the walk by part, it took 3 seconds of an hour in some situation. When Mike and Junior was walking by, he actually went in the restroom to wash blood off his hand where he had reached up on the Takeoff. He had to pick him up, and his fingers went in.
So he's basically saying, actually, my son was there. He was trying to help out. And Jay Prince Jr. would also suggest in another interview that he had actually stayed with Quavo the rest of the evening, or, you know, for quite a long period of time while this was going on. Now, I don't know how true this is, but this is what he said.
I stayed with Quavo. We stayed out there probably like 2 or 3 hours together before we all parted ways and made sure each other was cool. Like, me and him stayed out there. Like, one other person pulled up, but it was me and him that stayed out there for hours after this transpired. So I stayed.
So he's saying that you stayed out there with him for hours. Now, Jay Prince Sr. would interestingly actually see me.
I ain't gonna lie, like that was one of the situations, like one of the only situations, like far as like rapper deaths that like kind of like made me feel some type of way, because Quavo, he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, in the beef and shit. Like he was like one of the rappers that like was out of the way. He didn't like get into all the extra shit. He was a cold rapper. Like, so I kind of felt some type of way when that did happen.
I ain't gonna leave him out. You know, I'm just real like this, you know, because, you know, niggas be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like them kind of individuals. You know, and the truth of the matter is, you know, one can dance and different things in front of these different cameras and all that kind of shit. And when reality, the truth of the matter is, you know, nigga, you wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive. You know what I mean? So for you to be a clown that came here, I wish he wouldn't have never came with Quavo. I wish he wouldn't have never brought this nigga into Houston, because he can't think. You know what I mean?
Who are we talking about?
His whole root of everything happening is from his
talking
action.
About Quavo?
And to be frank, honest about the situation, I wish that bullet would have hit him instead of Takeoff.
Oh, no, that's, what the fuck? That is very crazy.
He was the one that deserved that.
But a lot of people aren't feeling it. People saying nobody deserves a bullet over words. Don't wish death on nobody because you ain't coming back from that. People saying Jay Prince moved in silence for decades and now he's falling apart the same way a fish does, by opening his mouth. Jay Prince says, be careful when you wish death upon somebody. So the comments are hating on him. super, super hating on him, okay? And interestingly enough, ironically, he would say in another clip that basically, you know, they have years of honor and history and stuff like this never happens, and except when it does.
Nothing should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, you know, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, you know what I mean, honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no shit like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to attack us. You know, if you know what I mean. You know, when a man attacks a situation with a weapon, then, you know, it become a playing field where, you know, any and everything goes. So,
but ain't that supposed to be like what y'all are for? Like, ain't y'all supposed to be playing like the muscle? You know what I'm saying? Isn't that the reason why they're linking up with them? I'm confused.
That's what we're dealing with right here, and that's the root of this situation.
So everybody's hating on Jay Prince Sr. for this. They're saying it's $1 million worth of clownery for this interview alone. They're saying Daddy stepping in to clean up Junior's mess. Saying he's watched The Godfather too many times. Saying what I heard was, yes, we did it, and it never would have happened if that one person didn't attack first period. Nothing more, nothing less. People says the end is near. You can hear it in his voice. No way a real boss does anything like that. Okay. The more Senior talks, the more he proves that he's worse than Junior. He should have remained silent. He better not take the stand with that. Why aren't they asking that guy that wasn't there anything at all? He wasn't even there.
I ain't gonna lie.
Junior and Senior.
They at this point they just building a Rico against themselves. They like, you know what I'm saying? They literally saying like, yeah, we're like,
you switch positions. Senior's supposed to lead by example by checking Junior on making better decisions. Period. All that being said, and we still don't know who killed Takeoff. Spill it. You already dry snitching. Now, There's a lot of disrespect, and I'll tell you about who killed Takeoff in a minute. But, okay, Jay Prince would spark outrage with his memorial for Takeoff at the site of his killing. So this was going viral. People were very upset. They basically weren't feeling the memorial that was left at the site of the killing. Basically, this was a memorial set up at the scene of the murder outside the bowling alley, and they released doves. But some people weren't feeling it. After the video, fans expressed displeasure over it. Many people were upset that the Prince family were in flowers and not Takeoff's. Were upset that the Prince family was in flowers. Was it in the? Did it say the Prince family? You're joking. It's not it's a memorial to their own family. It says H-Town Unlimitless Prince family. So it's a memorial to themselves. That's actually disgraceful, to be honest with you. That's actually a complete disgrace. The Prince family. Why would you put your name above where this murder took place? You kind of putting yourselves in it a little bit. Is they thinking there's some big gangster power move, like we're going to claim it, we're going to rep on it? That's actually insanity. People saying Jay Prince will never see heaven. They're saying this was low-key insulting and I don't like it, tweeted another fan. So it was actually extremely disrespectful the way that they did that, putting up a memorial in their own name. The Prince family. That's insane. That's actually insane. I can't believe that. But anyway, okay, the rumor has it, all right, that the man that actually killed Takeoff was killed soon after. And this is why a lot of people think the feds might be coming.
You saw what happened.
Too much going on.
Allegedly, the young man.
There's a bunch of viral clips going around where people have said on places like Vlad TV that the person that killed Takeoff was killed soon after.
You saw what happened. Allegedly, the young man who allegedly killed Takeoff, now he's dead and gone.
Yep. But no.
So see, it sounds like some cleaning house went on, okay? And Seti Nash would break this down too in a bit more detail in another video.
Lil' Kim death. Lil' Kim has passed away. Joshua Isaiah Cameron, popularly known by his nickname Lil' Kim, is confirmed dead following a shooting in Houston tonight. According to reports, the singer, who was originally from a small town in upstate South Carolina, died a few days after Migos rapper Takeoff was shot to death at a bowling alley in Houston. Lil' Kim, who was seen in a viral video in a yellow or orange hoodie, was standing right by Takeoff a few minutes before the shooting. That man is not dead, bro. Let me stop y'all real quick. Just stop and think for 2 seconds. So Jay Prince Jr. and Mob Ties would have asked him out because he did what he was supposed to do? No. That's number one. Number two, do y'all realize that's conspiracy on top of conspiracy on top of multiple murders now? Do y'all realize how fast that Rico would come in? Do you realize the whole entire Prince family would be in jail right about now? I don't hear nothing but when It didn't happen. It makes zero sense. Do you understand the heat that would be on them cats for that? The police would actively have to go after these cats. Because one thing you can't do is have one mysterious killing on top of another mysterious killing. Do I believe the police know who did it? Absolutely. 100% wouldn't deny it. But do I think they would put out something so egregious? There's other reports that say the police already named him as a person of interest. No, they didn't. They was talking about Buddy with the S hat on. So that's the second thing. The third thing, and the biggest thing, is this. How it looks, it looked like possibly a soldier following orders. You won't have any soldiers if the soldier is sat up here not taken care of. Because on top of that, y'all know he got family up over there. So you mean to tell me that his family just gonna let y'all slide on him and won't do nothing? Nah, buddy. Nah. And the type of dude that is allegedly, if he was to do that, that's a big if he did it, why would he trust y'all? Especially after that statement your daddy made. Come on, bro. Certain things gotta make sense and certain things don't. And this don't make sense. Because as soon as the first bullet would have popped off, bro, I'm telling you right now, you would have had to make sure that you killed this man. Because if he would have lived, he could have went ahead, turned snitch. Because the case would be basically this. Multiple counts of conspiracy, multiple counts of murder, multiple counts of witness intimidation. Did we not hear the police officer say 40 people left with 0 statements? Yeah, that's a Rico right there. And I'm not...
What the fuck? So you mean 40 people was there and nobody left a statement? Oh yeah, nah, that don't sound right at all. What the fuck? It ain't no way. All of them was in it together. All of them knew they was not supposed to say nothing at all. That's why not a single person said anything. Everybody was
a prosecutor, but I'm pretty sure I could whoop your ass with that. But y'all let me know y'all comments. Subscribe, turn on that bell to stay notified so you can catch this stuff live. If it don't come from Nash or somebody I rock with, pass.
So there's rumors that this is actually a fake death and that they're pretending that he's dead. So there's a bunch of really interesting stuff going around on Reddit where they basically say that Lil Cam got arrested in connection with the bowling alley incident. And it says Cameron Joshua, 22, was arrested Tuesday, November 22nd. Was arrested for unlawfully, intentionally and knowingly possessing a firearm at a location other than the premises where the defendant lived. Okay? But basically they're saying it was arrested for a gun in his possession of the night of the murder, but he wasn't arrested initially in connection to the murder. This would be going around. People would say Quavo was arguing with Jay Prince Jr. and when he walked off, Lil Cam shot Takeoff in the head and then used him as a human shield. The Prince family is shook, getting death threats, and they're allegedly hiding the dude, Lil Cam, with the yellow hoodie. So there's rumors that he's dead. Now they're saying it's a fake story. People are saying Lil Cam 5th ain't dead. Fake story going around he is. Let me know when you get actual news report on a young man being shot in the 5th ward, because that fake ass blog post isn't true. It said in the video he ain't dead and they're hiding him. All right. So this is a crazy story. I've never seen anybody doing a fake death to cover up a murder, okay? And it was going around everywhere that two suspects had actually been charged. So Cameron Joshua, Lil Cam 5th, and then Patrick Xavier Clark would also allegedly be charged with the murder. And I don't think that this has gone to trial or anything yet. This is from Takeoff's Wikipedia page, where it basically says the Houston police reported on it, and they basically said that 2 other people had been shot during the incident, and basically it says Josh.
Man, they got a Rico coming. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. They got a Rico coming. I don't know. This Takeoff, the Takeoff shit was crazy. This Ben 10 shit is crazy. I don't know, man. Comment down below how y'all feel about the situation. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss no more of my videos, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.